I'm going to talk about the way of beauty. Andrew and I first met, and this project of Musica Domestica came from a talk which I gave about 2 years ago on the way of beauty. My wife, Margarita, and I were talking about this program which we offer through the non-profit that we work for called Scala Foundation, which you can see at scalafoundation.org. And this really is part of what has been my life's mission, our life's mission of evangelizing the culture. Our goal is to rejuvenate Western culture as Christian and beautiful and bring people into the faith. And Musica Domestica has been, for me, the latest aspect of many years' work and the latest piece in the jigsaw, so to speak. So, in trying to change society, and many people are trying to do this, many people engage in political battles, but I would argue that the politics is shaped by the culture, that ultimately we don't need to fight those battles so much if the culture is drawing people to what is good. But the question then is, what forms the culture? Well, the answer is the culture reflects our values and priorities and beliefs, and it's faith, therefore, that affects the culture. And so our mission is one of evangelization and carrying out those beliefs into the wider contemporary culture. So how do we affect faith? And the answer is, according to the church, it is our worship. When we worship well and in harmony with beautiful art and music and architecture, we are transformed. And the wellspring of Christian culture is her worship and the forms associated within it. And when that happens, we ourselves, in participating in that harmony of worship and beauty, are transformed. And we become Catholic culture creators who go out into the world and live a Christian life of joy and beauty and transmit that life and those values to others. So, if we all look to God first and do our best to work, first of all, in how we worship and the forms associated with that, then all else follows. Now, this is a generational task to transform the culture, but if we take responsibility for our own lives and relationships, with God's help, we will see a society that reflects the beauty of God, one personal relationship at a time. So the way of beauty is a program of spiritual and practical formation for people of any background or with any level of artistic ability or none at all. It is a Christian formation based on what was given to the great artists of the past, and through a program of spiritual formation and service and the learning of practical skills in the pursuit of beauty. And we say this even for those who don't think they have any artistic or musical ability. It's good to just develop the habits of trying to produce beauty. If we discover our personal creative calling, so in other words, there is a discernment of personal vocation, then having stimulated that capacity for creating beauty inspired by God through the general formation, that capacity will then transfer itself to our personal calling. And then each of us can contribute to society beautifully, gracefully, and joyfully in service of God and neighbour, and for the good of all. And the outcome of this practice of the way of beauty is new habits that sustain a life of faith and can be carried into any field of study or profession, or indeed any human activity, and promote the common good for all through beauty. All of this is ordered toward a life of faith and joy. So if you are interested in this, I suggest that you contact us at scalafoundation.org, or alternatively, where we have the coursework that gives the intellectual aspect of this, which is a Master of Sacred Arts program at Pontifex University, where I'm Dean of the Faculty of Sacred Arts. But together we can all contribute to a beautiful and Christian culture through a authentic participation in the liturgy. And our book, Musica Domestica, is grounding this in what is really the driving force for cultural transformation, which is, according to Benedict XVI, for example, the domestic church. That is the place where the culture is formed most deeply, the culture creators are formed and transformed, and they take it out into the world.